Things can change dramatically at the drop of a dime. The BEHROOZ TABANI's chances of getting a visa just hit a roadblock. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, we know BEHROOZ TABANI's been having a visa issue for years. 3 years now, going on 4. And I did make a video recently saying that from what I've been hearing, it looks like this year he has a much better chance of obtaining a visa to get on the Olympia stage, meaning he qualifies, which I expect him to qualify in another week or 2 at the Dubai Pro. But sometimes things can change dramatically, very quickly. Now, the visa issue's been due to the political tension between this country and Hadi's country, Hadi's home, the U.S. and Iran. Now, there's been a very strict travel ban being enforced. And I believe on the top of the list, actually, is Iran. Now, this is not supposed to affect everybody. There are supposed to be provisions. One of those provisions are for professional athletes. Now, I don't follow a lot of different sports. I believe the World Cup is being held in the U.S. this year. Iran is in the World Cup. And it even specified that Iran participating in the World Cup would not be affected. There's supposed to be exceptions made. We got a problem, though, in that whereas soccer is considered a mainstream sport, bodybuilding is far from being mainstream. Some don't even consider it a sport. Some say it's basically a beauty pageant, and others say it's a sport. But whatever you want to call it, it's not mainstream. So now we don't know how the agencies that oversee this, I believe it's called Department of State, that oversees the visas. I don't know how they view bodybuilding, whether they consider it a legitimate sport. And depending on how they view it, I'm sure that's going to have a tremendous impact on what happens as far as him obtaining a visa. Like I said, it did appear that things were being worked out and they were looking very promising for him to be able to get a visa to get to the U.S., providing he qualifies for the Olympia. But now with what's taking place, it's changed the whole landscape of things. Now, my other thought is HADI CHOOPAN. Now, let's remember, the first year that Hadi qualified for the Olympia, he was not able to get into the country. He could not obtain a visa. After that, he has obtained visas, and he's gotten here, and he's competed. Last year, he was here twice for the Honor Classic and the Olympia. I've said it before, and I'm not certain on this. I do believe that he received his visa basically because of his sponsorship with Evergen Nutrition, and Evergen being a U.S.-based company, Hadi being sponsored by Evergen, essentially being an employee, getting a work visa of sorts, and that's how he was able to get into the country. Now, I don't know if there's any restriction. If that's the case, I don't know if there's any restrictions on that. And with what's happening now, it appears to be a very wide spanning travel bans, quite a few countries on this list. I don't know if this is now going to affect whether Hadi is going to be able to get into the country. We've got to hope that that's not going to be the case. It's bad enough that BEHROOZ TABANI, who qualified 3 years in a row, hasn't been able to get here to this country to compete. And it will be even worse if he qualifies for a fourth time and unable to get here to compete. But with Tabani, we think he's going to do very well, but we still haven't seen him against the very best. But in Hadi's case, if he can get into the country now, here we have somebody who you could arguably say he should have been Mr. Olympia 4 times already, not just once. Someone who's been top 2 in the world for the last 4 years. And being a Mr. Olympia, if he can't get into the country because of these travel bans, I mean, it's really bad. I said before that the powers to be, I don't know if they are working on it, but it should be. I mean, it's beneficial for them to have a BEHROOZ TABANI on the Olympia stage, HADI CHOOPAN on the Olympia stage. Hopefully, he's getting back in the country again, but not just them. I don't remember all the countries that are on this list, but I bet you it's a good chance that there are bodybuilders from some of those other countries that are on this list that won't be able to get into the country because of political issues. These are, like I said, according to what we've been told, this travel ban, they are making exceptions for athletes. That's how they view bodybuilders. But powers to be, which will be to their benefit, they should be doing things to try to help facilitate this. If they are, kudos. If they're not, shame on you for not helping these athletes. We got to wait and see what happens now. BEHROOZ still has to qualify for the Olympia, which I'm sure he will, and wait and see what happens with his visa, and see if we hear anything regarding Hadi and any issues that might arise with him getting back into the country to step on the Olympia stage again. You can agree or disagree with anything I've said in this video. Either way, let me know in the comment section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.